Massive protests on behalf of Mexico have broken out across Los Angeles, completely blocking the busy 101 freeway.
Dude, that's really annoying. Dude, this freeway being closed, guys, I know exactly where this is. This would be really annoying. If they block this, it would be really annoying.
Surrounding the unlucky commuters caught in the middle. As we're now seeing flags from everywhere
of the
places
dude.
They allegedly don't want to be.
This is like where Japantown is. It's like a super busy area.
Downtown LA is brought to a standstill in every direction, and local law enforcement has now called it.
Wind up here?
Yeah, that's what I'm about to talk about that, Zero Reader, but I want to see what they have to say first.
Non-permitted. And when the police finally did arrive, it took them until night to actually do anything.
Holy fuck.
Until LAPD deployed the tactical shaman. And then the protesters immediately retook the freeway. I'm so sick of seeing this type of protest that I honestly think everybody on that freeway needs to see 6 months in county. This whole culture of whenever activists get upset, they're just allowed to hold the citizens captive has to stop.
Yeah, I agree with that. Did you guys hear about there was a climate protest it was somewhere, I think it was in South America somewhere, and these protesters blocked the road, and this guy was like, get the hell out of my way, I'm busy today, and they were like, nah, and then they just kept blocking the road, and he got out of his car, and he shot him in the face, and then he drove off. Yeah, holy fuck.
If you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed for more clips like this, because I
don't know about based, I don't know about like committing murder, but like it kind of just shows the sentiment of like how like people can get so fed up at this, because like you're wasting everyone's time, you're ruining everyone's life, you know, for your protest. There's like better ways to do it, you know?
Left that stupid city as whenever
falling down moment, exactly. If you've ever seen Falling Down, the movie, it's literally that. Yeah.
War broke out overseas, they had to stop all freeways. The Supreme Court returns a decision back to the states, which will have zero impact on California. Block that same freeway. A guy dies across the country and you want to blame all cops everywhere? Guess nobody gets to go to work today. Or basically anytime the orange man does something, feel free to unlawfully block me in my vehicle. And notice in all 4 of those protests, none of the signs, shouting, or social media posts accomplished a
single— Can you imagine that? Like, you're just held hostage. Like, you're just stuck in your car. You can't go anywhere. Imagine being stuck like that for 5 hours. Imagine, like, you had a long day at work and, like, you can't get home because these people are doing this.
Thing, and yet the police seem to conveniently look the other way when actually sentencing these idiots to any significant time behind bars. Because I can guarantee you, if they gave them their disbursement orders, and the remaining 50 idiots on the freeway refused to take their protests peacefully to the pedestrian sidewalk, then they got locked up and lost 6 months of their life in the Twin Towers Correctional Facility, suddenly nobody will think blocking the 101 is such a good idea anymore. And is this an insanely harsh punishment? Of course it is. But it's not like they're randomly picking out activists from a list to make an example out of them. We're just setting up a system called consequences, aka the justice system. So hopefully Los Angeles can rediscover it someday. Because just outside the county lines, by the Strawberry Farms in Oxnard, these same protests are in the streets burning the American flag. And it's bad enough they're waving the flags.
So wait, what is the protest for? I don't even know what the protest is for. What is it for? Like,
country they're protesting being sent to, but also burning the flag of the country they're demanding they stay.
Wait, hold on. Hold up. They're protesting deportations by flying the Mexican flag and burning the American flag? Damn, good to know we were right. Get the fuck out.
What a confusing
world
you'd have.
I'm glad we're right. Thanks for proving us right, guys. Thanks for making this so fucking easy.
Bad,
they made it
but
easy, guys.
Simultaneously, I demand to live in only America. As all the way down to the border in San Diego, they're also blocking the streets for the same protest. Almost everywhere in Southern California is simply allowing this to happen.
Wear a deport me sign.
As if there's some sort of acceptable level of stopping the streets, when it should be zero, because when this is just allowed, it's only a matter of time before an ambulance gets stuck on the freeway, or like what we saw in Texas, an Uber driver ends up popping a protester. As over in Idaho, we're already seeing Americans fighting these forces flying foreign flags.
Freaking ridiculous. This is proof, by the way. This is the proof that they should be deported, 100%.
ICE should just scoop them out there.
If they come to America and they fly the Mexican flag and burn the American flag, 100%, they should be deported. Like, dude, easiest deportation of my life. Like, I don't even feel bad about it. In fact, good riddance. Get the fuck out. Thank you for the bits, Karen. Hey, thank you so much. Thank you, Karen. Hey. Just get out.
As soon as I thought.
And not even the cops are safe, as in Salem, Oregon, they began smacking his squad car.
Wait, what did they say? They said where?
And not even the cops are safe, as in Salem, Oregon.
Hey, Chaos. How was that protest with Mexican flags? Was it cool?
They began smacking his squad car.
No, he doesn't live like exactly there. This is Oregon. Because he keeps telling me how Oregon is not crazy. Crazy new federal law idea. If you block a federal highway, you go to jail. Yeah, 100%. If it's for a protest reason like this, then yes. And obviously, like, you would have to make sure that that law covers like things like, you break down your car or something like that. Obviously.
And again, all of this can be fixed if everybody that vandalized that police vehicle got the book thrown at them. It might not be Munson County, but whatever appropriate fine actually being applied would be a decent.
Considered renouncing your citizenship.
I want to say yes to that. Like, obviously, like, emotionally, I want to say yes to that, but I wonder how that's First Amendment. So I don't think so. But if you want it, but hear me out. If you're an illegal or you're trying to become a citizen and then you do this, then get the fuck out of here. Honestly, then I have no mercy. You don't get to do that.
As these people,
you don't get to do that and say like you want to become an American. That, oh yeah, I'm gonna culturally assimilate. Flies any other country's flag.
We don't kill
burns American flag. You get out of here.
They're not endangered because it's a national symbol.
Genuinely think there are absolutely no consequences.
Burning a flag is specifically against the government, so it is First Amendment. Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel about it too. 100%. Again, I think it's very tempting to say, yeah, it should be illegal. But that's covered under the First Amendment. As much as I hate it, by the way.
Is to not only brazenly breaking our laws, but recording.
But we have the right to call them retarded and other words. More strong gamer words,
Posting and boasting about nobody being able to stop them. And if this protest is to convince us that they should be allowed to stay, it's not working. It's just reassuring us that this needs to happen. As the argument against it is, it's making all these workers not show up to their jobs.
Ya toda la gente que trabajaba aquí, unos están espantados, no hay quien venía a trabajar, otros ya se los llevó migración.
Wait, why are you hiring illegals?
Y así es como los negocios empiezan a quebrar.
No Immigrants gives you this.
Whole bunks of mad faces and dishes.
Hold up. Is this real? Is this a person complaining that there's no immigrants to make their Chipotle? Dude, that's actually so funny. Oh boy. Oh dear.
Whole bunks of mad faces and dishes stacked and nothing ready.
This is just like how their movement simultaneously argues, America bad, but don't make me leave.
Yo, thanks for the bit, Sentinel. Thank you so much. How about if you're an immigrant who wants to become a citizen? If you were burned the flag before becoming, makes she can't become one. Oh yeah. Sure, I'm for that.
This is the same side that shrieks over low wages and a housing crisis, but of all these legitimate businesses...
Again, I think that cultural assimilation should be a requirement to be an American. If you want to be a citizen, it's 100% a requirement. And if you can't prove that you actually care about America more than your other country, and you do things like burn the flag, then like you don't deserve to be here. Why do we have to put up with that? That flag is like a symbol of us, and you're burning it. But you want to like be here for our economic benefit, for your economic benefit? Fuck off.
Are suddenly seeing 90 to 100% of their workforce disappear due to
Julio says, I partially disagree. Are you burning American flags, Julio?
illegitimate citizenship. It seems like we might have a lot more people here than should be. And you know what depresses wages? Importing cheap labor. You know what creates a housing crisis? Importing millions more into an area with a finite amount of housing. And of course, both of those have solutions that can alleviate the issues, but it's like they're literally trying to argue both.
But I could like my country more, but the US is better right now for reasons, for example. Yeah, but okay.
Look,
so if that's
you're in the country illegally,
hold
you've
up.
already committed a crime.
Hold up.
The Constitution shouldn't apply to illegals.
Hold up, guys. Hold
only
up.
citizens and legal immigrants.
Thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, God. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Julio says, I could like my country more, but the US is better right now for reasons. No, I don't accept that as a reason. I don't. Go fix your own country. Go fix your own country. If you don't want to actually be a part of America, if you're like, yeah, you know, I'd like my home country if it wasn't as shit, but you know, I'll settle for America. We don't have to settle for you. This is our country, bro.
Sides of the coin, and their only solution is to give the government more of our money because somehow that will solve anything. But finally, Trump was elected and immediately began militarizing.
Genuine question: if it's an American flag but it's made in China with a stamp, is it fine to burn? No, because it's a symbol of America. It's not where it's made is not really the important part. It's what it represents, basically.
Our border.
Can't really fix Venezuela alone, since they have all the military. Okay. So let's say you're from Venezuela and you're like, my country is fucked. I want to move to America. America seems like a better place. I can understand that. I can understand you saying that. But to be like, I'm gonna move to America. I love Venezuela more than America, but I love America until they fix Venezuela. We don't want people like that because you're not loyal to America. You're loyal to Venezuela. Do you see what I'm saying? You're not loyal to America. You're just loyal to living in a good place. Does that make sense? You don't love it until it... Okay, I'm not saying that you can't have any love for, like, you know, maybe
Debate
the country
Thunderdome in
from which
real time.
your ancestry, like say you have family in a place. Like for instance, like, you know, I have family in Japan. So like I love Japan, but like if it came down to it, then fuck them. Fuck Japan if like America goes to war against Japan. Does that make sense? It's that simple. Where's your allegiance? Is your allegiance with like the country where your family is from, like, you know, where they came from, or you're loyal to America? That's it. America first, 100%. If you're gonna live here, you're gonna be a citizen, then it should be your country. You should be loyal to your country. I didn't know that.
Can you assess your work so far?
Well, look, I looked at the numbers this morning, Maria. Crossings on the border down 93%. President Trump is a game changer. No one has had the success he's had on securing the border. He clearly understands we can't have strong national security.
Yeah, if your interest in America is purely economic, and that's it, then I don't want you here. That's it.
Kinda crazy how liking your country is seen as
if we
a
don't
bad
have
thing.
border security, we need to know
It's
who's
that.
coming.
It's that simple. It's that simple.
and what's coming in, where it's coming in, why it's coming in, and we have achieved
We are a people not an
a
economic
success
zone.
on the border
Yep,
already.
exactly.
We got more work to do, and on top of that, we, as far as the deportation operation, we're just shy of I think we got 5,000 already arrested the first week.
This is kind of crazy here that the
This is our country. We don't owe you anything.
cartels authorize the use of weaponized drones, explosives against CBP personnel and U.S. law enforcement down there at the southern border. Now, they're actually being encouraged, of course, to remain cognizant and vigilant, but they're also being encouraged to use their long arms, Blake. I have never seen this in a CBP memo before. They say, wear your ballistic gear, yes.
This got out of hand so fast
Whoa.
that the normie liberal activist doesn't even realize they're flying the flag of the forces that may be going to war with our military. As throwing a brick through a Starbucks for social justice is one thing, but being seen as an enemy combatant might put them in an entirely different category, but hopefully it doesn't come down to that. And one last thing.
what?
As this so-called deportation document is spreading through social media, where many men are memeing and changing their minds about the whole situation. But this isn't even a good hoax, as you should have been able to spot that even without the AI detector. I know it was mostly
Wait, what?
jokes,
I don't get it. What's the point? What's the point they're trying to make? Oh, like we shouldn't deport her because she's hot? The fuck out of here. Get out of here.
we gotta be better than that. So if you appreciate my concise, lighthearted commentary on the tragic status that is today's reality, hopefully I've earned your subscription and we can chat again soon.
Too much is up too hot to be deported. Okay, well, okay. How is it possible? How is it okay if you're literally okay, let's say you're literally a 10 out of 10. How do you even get deported? How's that fucking possible? You know, you could just marry somebody that's American and then you're fucking a citizen. Did you fucking know that? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Get out of here.